Hey y'all, this is a continuation of a video I did previously, doing the stained glass with the cross, and I'm going to add to it, and I'm going to show you that adding a little extra, I'm going to glue it down. Hopefully I can get this in there quick enough before the glue sets. Flip it so it's the back side. Get that. Oh, yep. Ow. I found some oozing. It wouldn't be a craft with me if I didn't find the hot glue with my fingers. Hopefully I've got enough glue on there to hold it. Alright, and then we're going to flip it over. And I'm going to take some of the gloss Mod Podge and go over the whole thing so that it is shiny. Even where the paint is will be shiny, like stained glass. Sorry about that. 18-wheeler just went by. And I'm trying not to have streak marks. Picked one of the softest brushes I have, so it wouldn't have streak marks, and it'll be clear and shiny, well, slightly frosted and shiny. And it will look like stained glass. Did I just go over the edge? I did. You can hear one of my puppers snoring. I don't know, maybe you can't hear, but it's pretty loud to me. Darn it, over the edge. I'm going to try to get it as smooth as possible. I think I got everywhere. Hope I did. If not, you can go back again and catch anything you missed. I was trying not to go over the edge like I did a few times. I can already feel it starting to want to dry. I think I got it all. Alright, I'm going to pause for a second to quick dry it to see if I missed anything. I shall be back. Okay, I'm back. So what happened was when I dried it, I noticed there was a little speck of black right there, which was probably from this black paint, and I did not catch it until after I'd put in my second coat. Because I threw on a second coat because it didn't seem like it was frosted enough for me. You could leave it at one coat or two thin coats and still have that clear glass look, but still frosted. Well, that little spot was noticeable to me. And so I put another layer on, but it didn't cover it. So I did probably a fourth layer and dabbed the brush. So that's what gives it more of a thicker frosted look. Hope that you can see the difference. But it's definitely more pronounced. I don't know if that's going to help. Oh, hand cramp. So I went that route because I was trying to cover my boo-boo. It's not completely covered. I'm going to let it go. My OCD is bugging me, and I will end up destroying the whole thing. In the meantime, I found some hot glue in the corner over here that seeped out. So I had to pick that out. And then I almost destroyed the frame. So that's what happened after I hit pause. And so I was just trying to fix that hot mess I made. Okay, so the next part to add just a bit to it is I got these really pretty flowers from Temu. And they have, the center is got like little specks. And they're a soft petal. So I thought that would, them looking vintagey, stained glass was kind of vintagey. So I decided that I wanted to add them in the two corners. But I gotta cut the ends off because they stick out just way too much. At least for this project anyway. So I'm gonna be shooting pieces across the room as I snip the bottom. And I'm not snipping it enough to where it would fall apart on me. But just enough so that it's not so tall. These look like you could actually add them to a stem, which is pretty cool. There's another DIY project right there. And here's the last one. That one's got a lot going on. Jeez. I got pieces flying everywhere. Hopefully my cat just does not decide to walk across the screen again. Nope, he's going the other way. He's my crafting buddy, or one of them. He likes to lay on the table across from me, and occasionally he'll walk across my projects. Because it's in his way. Because if you have a cat, you know how they are. They think everything's theirs. Every spot in the house. Whether it's your dinner plate, your craft projects, your computer, while you're trying to work, they think it's theirs. So let me leave those alone because I will just sit here and clean instead of showing you the project. Okay, so what I'm going to do is glue them to the corner. And I think I'm just going to not do matchy-matchy, like match both sides. I'm just going to... can you see what I'm doing? Yep. Okay. And make sure I'm not blocking the view. Throw a little hot glue on there. Try not to squeeze too much. And this is going to be something that you won't be able to mess with because it'll pop. These will pop off. However, if you use a different type of glue, they should not go anywhere. Those two are the same color tones. That part I don't want to. And just stick that on there. they're holding up pretty good, but if you try to do it with something, if you use a different glue, there's a good chance that they won't pop off. But when you use hot glue on glass, it's not the best glue to use. Can you see this corner? Okay. And I could actually even put more to, you can put more or you can put less. And I thought this would just give it just that little bit more. And you don't have to do this part. But you could also use this in a different way. Use this flower idea for something else. Totally up to you, but just maybe sparking some inspiration is all I'm trying to do. You can make the exact same thing if you choose to. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just love a piece so much that somebody's done that I have to make it the same way. But, and then there's times where I gotta put my own spin. Most of the time I put my own spin. So, there it is. Just a little bit extra to it. If you wanted, you could add a bow to the corner. Glass beads as a hanger. Like, I have glass beads here. You could use the glass beads as a hanger. You could use jute. You could use it as a shelf sitter. Depends on what you have and what your idea is. On one of my hauls, speaking of beads, on one of my hauls that I did, I'd gotten these pens that have the bead neck. And you unscrew this and you put your beads on it. Well, the pain in the butt part is finding a bead with a big enough hole. I don't know how big that dimension is of that. I'm going to have to try to see if I can measure it with one of my tools. But I did have a few beads that had a big enough hole. It was a pain in the butt, but it worked out. So it's a pen with some beads on it, and it's just something cute. You can arrange the beads however you like. The tiny beads are not going to work because the rod is just too thick. So the challenge is to find beads that work. And then if I ever find beads, I have a ton of beads, but apparently I thought about these, but the holes are too small. So now I need to find the dimension of the rod so that I can find the right beads. Because now I have 4 more and I don't have beads that have got a big enough hole. So just keep in mind when you do something like this, that's the bottom part. It makes it a little bit top heavy, especially if you have glass beads. These are glass beads. So something fun in a project. So there it is. Something fun, simple, and can be personalized. You could put something off to the side if you want to give this to your mom or something like that. You could put in this puff paint, love, and put your name there. You could put a sign right here with a nice message on it. You're only limited by your imagination. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.